It's sometimes said that the most beautiful women in Thailand are men. Kate is 26 years old and a katoi, a ladyboy as they are called here. I was around 8 or 9 when I noticed that something wasn't right with me. I didn't know it had to do with gender. I only knew that I preferred to play with girls rather than boys. And I always wanted to sit on the toilet, never stand. The realization that I was living in the wrong body came later. Kate was fortunate to have exceptionally supportive parents. When I was in 11th grade, my father asked if I wanted to have an operation. We had never talked about it, and he just suddenly said, "Let's do it. We support you. Let's find a good doctor." He asked me how much it would cost. I thought it would be around 2,000 euros. Then he handed me a bag filled with money and came along. That was 3 years ago. Since then, Kate has had 3 more operations and started a lengthy hormone program. Her body is still suffering. The operations not only changed her appearance, they changed her life. Kate is now a confident woman. Her mother is her best friend and biggest fan. She's my child. It doesn't matter if she's a man, woman, or transgender. I carried her during pregnancy for 9 months. I love Kate and will always support her, no matter what she decides. Kate says she feels accepted as a woman and rarely experiences hostility. In Buddhism, the third gender is tolerated. Strangers sometimes say to my mother, "You have a beautiful daughter." She really likes that. And when she's out with her friends, she loves to show off pictures of me. This is where Kate had her operation. The unassuming storefront houses one of Thailand's most successful cosmetic surgery clinics. It specializes in gender transitions at bargain prices. We meet a doctor who's been practicing here for 30 years. His business is booming, and his clientele is now international. 1/4 of his patients are transgender. A vagina can be created in 2 hours, no appointment necessary. The patient only needs to bring along 2 reports from psychologists. How many transgender people does he treat?
Maybe 15 or 12, 20 a month is maximum. Today I have 4 transgender.
To us, the environment here seems unprofessional. But what do the patients think?
When they come here, they say, "Oh no, I can't do a surgery here. It's worse more than I imagine." And I give them a lot of album of patients who have a bad job from a big hospital. You can go to this hospital. When you have bad job, you come and fix it, no problem. I say it's a surgeon who do a surgery, not a building, not a chair or a ceiling or anything. And they believe me and they have a surgery.
Experts estimate there are around 1 million ladyboys in Thailand. Men who choose to live their lives as women feel accepted here, even outside the big cities. That could be because of Thailand's main religion, Buddhism.
For Christianity or Muslim, you are quite difficult to become a transgender. For Buddhism, we don't mind. We never discriminate them. So we have many transgender who can express themselves in public.
Ladyboys can be found wherever beautiful women are in demand. In fact, a massive erotic industry has developed around them. For many tourists, like here in Bangkok, they are the main attraction. But in spite of increasing acceptance, the government still prohibits them from changing their gender in their passports. Many feel they have no identity. But for transgender men in Thailand, life is even more difficult. Most are forced to live secret lives because conservative, patriarchal views of masculinity permeate Thai society. Many people can't accept a woman who has physically transitioned to become a man. 21-year-old Grace is trying to fight such conservatism. He came out a few months ago. His father is a famous film producer, and Grace chose to go public in front of the national press. He showed the world his graduation photo. It was a difficult moment for both him and his family.
It's pretty hard for me to go up to them and say to them straight to them that, yeah, I am going to transition. It's hard to put in words, but wearing the male graduation gown, it's pretty clear. And then they came to the graduation day, and then they smiled, they hugged me, and then that's all. I think that's the acceptance that they gave me, yeah.
Grace self-injected hormones secretly for many years, but now he is determined to be very public about his life.
I think the more I come out as FTM or female-to-male transgender to the press, the more people in Thailand would understand, and other people in the world also. So I think that I would be kind of a case study.
Transgender men and women in Thailand no longer have to lead secret lives, but they are still battling conservative attitudes and still fighting for official recognition.